Welcome to She Coaches Coaches. I'm your host, Candy Motzek, and I'm going to help you find the clarity, confidence, and courage to become the coach that you are meant to be. If you're a new coach, or if you've always wanted to be a life coach, then this is the place for you. We're going to talk all about mindset and strategies and how to, because step by step only works when you have the clarity, courage, and confidence to take action. Let's get started. Hey there, amazing listener. It is your coach and guide, Candy Motzek, the host of She Coaches Coaches. Welcome. I am so glad you're here. This show is more than 3 years old. And whether you're one of our OGs or you're just finding us for the first time, I want to welcome you to She Coaches Coaches. As I was writing my newest batch of episodes, I had to look through the hundreds of episodes we've already released. Yeah, I could hardly believe it. Hundreds of episodes. And I figured that even though I'm always inspired with new ideas to share with you, there is huge value in many of the concepts we've already covered. So today is a special treat. We're going to dive into the archives to bring back a gem, a timeless episode that is packed with wisdom and strategies that you can put into action today. This is an episode that resonated deeply within the community. And as we're dusting off those virtual shelves, we're not just looking at the past. You may have heard it when it was new, but if you're anything like me, you're always evolving, always growing. So consider how much you've grown in the past years or even months. That means even if you listened to it before, you're going to unlock a new perspective. You're going to learn something new because you are hearing it with different ears. The lessons are evergreen, and the strategies shared are the stepping stones to many of the success stories that you can achieve. So buckle up for a nostalgia-infused, value-packed episode. Whether you heard it when it was a fresh release or you're uncovering it for the first time, get ready to get inspired and to take your coaching journey to new heights. Okay, let's dive in. Hi, friends. How are you? Listen, I am so glad you're here and welcome to this episode. This one is a slightly different format. I want to get you thinking in a way that's going to help you grow as a coach and, of course, grow your coaching business. I honestly can't believe that we're already at episode 24. It seems like just a couple of weeks ago that I chose the name She Coaches Coaches for this podcast. And then the team helped me pull together my intro, my outro, my music, and all those details about starting a new podcast. But when I think about episode 24, I realize that I've been doing this for 6 months already. Every single week, a new episode comes out. I love this building, this consistent platform, consistently creating information to help you guys. Isn't it odd how you can go from something completely new, feeling super uncomfortable, and like you're kind of stretching, and then all of a sudden you turn around and that new thing that used to be so uncomfortable is suddenly your new normal, right? You've experienced that too, I'm sure. So, I'm looking at my big, long list of topics that I have. I create this list in Excel, all these ideas that I can talk to you about on this podcast. I found that I'm a really great idea generator. And the more ideas that I have, the more I come up with. It's like it's endless. But here's the best idea. And I want to let you in on a little secret. I've got something new that's coming that I think you're going to like. One thing that you're going to begin hearing soon is you're going to start to hear from some of my clients. Oh, I know. It's kind of fun, right? I am so excited about this. I'm inviting some of my clients to be a guest on this podcast. I'm just getting all the details figured out, and then soon, very soon, I'm going to start interviewing them. And every couple of weeks, you're going to hear an interview from new coaches who are getting started out. You're going to learn from them You're also going to find out that maybe you're not so different from them. I'm hoping that you're going to find places where the message resonates and you're going to learn from them as well. I've got some amazing people that I work with, and I'm excited to share them. So listen, I'm doing this new thing, doing some interviews with clients for a few reasons. First, foremost, I love my clients and I'm committed to helping them grow and get fully booked. However, they define fully booked for themselves. For some of them, might be 20 clients, 20 one-on-one clients. Some just want a handful of clients. Some want to do group coaching and all kinds of programs. Whatever matters to them, that's my commitment, is to help them get what they want. And by being a guest on this podcast, they're going to get a chance to be heard by people, other people who may want to hire them, right? It's also valuable for you, the listener, because you're going to hear from all kinds of different people. You're going to find other voices that really resonate you and help you in your journey too. And it supports the growth of the coaching profession. I believe that there are still huge numbers of people who have never really heard of coaching. Oh, yeah, they may have heard the term, or they may have heard a football coach, or they may have heard of one of the famous coaches that you might see on YouTube, but they don't really equate that with how that could help them. So interviewing, having these casual conversations with more coaches is a great way to help more people learn about coaching. And I think just about everyone can benefit from having a coach. Okay, I wanted to give you that sneak peek into the new thing that's coming. So now with that being said, let's dive into today's episode. I've got a simple question for you today. Like I said, this episode's a little bit different. Instead of me just teaching you something, I want you to be able to learn from yourself too. So I have this simple question. What is the impact of coaching? More specifically, what is the impact of coaching with you? If you can, this is a perfect time for you to pause this audio, grab some paper, write down your answers, and then press play and listen to the rest of the episode. Find out what else you can come up with. Now, in my coach training, when I was becoming a coach, this type of question had a special name. It's something that we would call an inquiry. And what that means is it's a kind of question that has more than one answer. And that the more that you think about the question, the more there is to it. There's more layers to it, many answers and deeper answers. So answering this inquiry will help you understand how you help others. And if you're wondering, why is this question important? Like, why are you asking me this, Candy? What does this have to do with me becoming a coach or attracting coaching clients? I'll tell you. When you understand, and I'm talking like deeply understand how coaching helps people change their lives and the ripple effect of that impact, you're going to be sold. You're going to feel so proud, so empowered that you are part of this. And that you can have that kind of an impact too. And that you support people to transform their lives. Help them understand why they aren't getting the results that they want, why they're having trouble, and how to change, and how to do it permanently. Yeah, that's right. Coaching changes lives for the better and forever. Then, when you understand the impact, it's going to be so much easier for you to create clients for yourself and to fill your calendar. You're going to feel so engaged and passionate. You'll eagerly share and tell people about coaching and how they can work with you. Now, of course, I'm going to share some examples with you, but this is way more effective when it's thought work that you do for yourself. You're going to get a glimpse of it through my examples. But when you look at your own experiences and answer the question for yourself, you're going to get it at a much deeper level. So here's that question again. What is the impact of coaching with you? Now, if you're stuck answering the question, let me get you started. we're going to talk about approaching the question from two different ways. First, we're going to look at it from your personal viewpoint. And then we're going to look at it from the viewpoint of the client's results. So let's begin with you and your personal viewpoint. So tell me about your life and how all your skills and passion and life experience could support a client. What lessons have you learned that will help them? Talk to me about how coaching has changed your life. Who have you become because you've grown? Think of all the things that are now possible for you that you might never have been able to imagine in the past. And hey, if you want to be a coach, or you're thinking of becoming a coach and you haven't experienced coaching for yourself, now's the time. Being a coach means that we've signed up for our own growth too. So it's time to find yourself a coach, either a one-on-one coach or a group coach or both. And don't forget to do your own self-coaching too. So here's a quick example from my life. Like, why me? Before I became a coach, I was a stressed out corporate leader, and I suffered from burnout. It didn't happen overnight. It grew over time, but it was no fun, let me tell you. And during my recovery, and because of coaching, I learned a lot. I have skills and approaches now that can help others. I understand what it's like to be burned out and how I felt, so I can be more compassionate and connected with them too. So not only do I have my own skills and approaches that I've learned, and I understand where they're coming from. So I can help others. I can help them become more resilient. And in some cases, I can even help them avoid that burnout entirely. That's a big deal. And the reason that I can have that impact is because of my personal experience and my personal growth. So second, that was talking about from your viewpoint. Now let's go on and move on to where your client's viewpoint and their results. Think about the people you help. What's the ripple effect in their life? And don't just stop at that first level. After you come up with one answer, dig a little deeper. Each client that you work with, each client that you will work with in the future will be impacted. And so will everyone else in their life. I've got 3 examples. The first is, what will happen with their relationships? Will their relationships at home benefit because they're happier? Do they have a new perspective? So maybe they're a little less rushed, or maybe they appreciate themselves more, and as a result, they're less harsh. Or maybe they've learned how to set boundaries, and now they can kindly say no, and they've stopped all that people pleasing. Those are all things that are possible because of coaching. So now let's dig a little bit deeper on one of those benefits. So let's go with the one where they're feeling a little less rushed. Well, so why does that matter that they feel less rushed? Well, their stress level is way down, and then they feel good. So do you see how digging deeper on appreciating themselves more is another way? What happens when they appreciate themselves more? Like, why is that important? Well, they feel more at home in themselves, and they're an example to their children and their friends and family around them about what's possible for them too. So that's the first example. We started with that top level, and then we asked the question about why. Why does it matter? So let me give you the second example. Different topic, but you're going to see the same structure about how to approach it. So the second example is a work example. Maybe they are happier at work, and as a result, they become a better supervisor. Maybe their team has gelled in a new way, and now everyone feels just that much more appreciated. When you dig deeper here, there's even more. A team that has gelled also has more fun together and achieves more, and they reach their business goals more easily. And the individuals feel more supported at work. So instead of dreading Mondays, maybe they whistle as they walk into the office. Can you imagine what the ripple effect of that is? The more I think about it, the more I find someone who doesn't dread Mondays has more fun on the weekend too with their friends and family. And they probably also feel more refreshed too. So when you feel closer to your team, maybe a family member is sick. Let me repeat that again. I went off on a tangent here. So what happens when you feel close with your team that's around you at work? You feel supported. Now, if something happens at home and somebody's family member is sick, because you've got community, you might support each other just that much more. And we all know how important community is and how important it is to not feel so alone in the world when we're having a tough time. So the third example, let's talk about health. So what kind of an impact could it have on health? Particular kind of coaching? What about their health? Maybe they have a new morning routine. So they start the day with a little bit of exercise and they wake up feeling refreshed. Have they shared with you that they don't remember the last time they had the flu and now they feel energized and alive? What's the impact of having more energy? Well, in a nutshell, they've got more life in their life, more energy to enjoy their life, and that is priceless. I could go on and on about this one too, but I think you're starting to get the idea. So in a nutshell, here's how to get the most value out of this inquiry. You start by asking yourself the question, what is the impact of coaching with you? And in the three examples, the first example was about relationships at home. The second was the impact as they were happier at work. And in the third example, they felt more energized as a result of coaching. Then you answer it. And then for each answer, go a little deeper and ask, so why is that important? What's the result? So in the example of having more energy, why is it important to have more energy? Dig a little bit deeper, find out more. And what you're going to find is that as you start to uncover all of these layers, you're going to start to feel even more excited and even more empowered and proud to be a coach. You're going to start to feel eager to get out and talk to people because these are life-changing things. So if you don't have time right now to answer the inquiry and dig a little bit deeper, don't worry. Set aside some time over the next few days and think about this inquiry. Grab some paper, write your answers down, and then even better, come back and answer that question, and then go back again a day later and answer it a little bit more, and even a day later and answer it a little bit more. You're going to find that understanding the impact of coaching is going to grow on you, and you're going to be becoming more and more passionate about being a coach and how you can help people. So that's it. Now, if you're listening to these episodes and you're a new coach, I can help you. Come listen to all the episodes. That's a great opportunity for you. But maybe you have thought about being a coach and you realize that you're feeling kind of overwhelmed or stuck or confused about how to get started, how to get your first or your next clients. Now, if you're thinking of hiring a coach, then we should chat. Let's see if it's time for us to begin working together. There's a link in the episode notes below about how to schedule a consult with me. And I would love to hear from you, and I'd love to spend some time with you. Oh, and one more thing before you leave. I want to tell you about a gift I offer to all of my listeners. It's my free resource library, and it's filled with content. I created all of this content to help you grow and become a coach. I call it the Coach's Online Business Academy, and here's how it works. It's easy. Sign up for a free account, and you get immediate access to all of my free resources. All you have to do, go to the episode description or the show notes, click on the link, and sign up today. And that's it. I'm so happy to share this with you. It is one of the ways that I support my community and I support the growth of coaching. So that's it for today, friends. Come listen again next week. I can't wait to connect with you. Until then, have a great day. Thanks again for listening today. Please hop on over to Apple Podcasts and leave a review. Also, I would love to hear from you. Did something that I say resonate? What else would you like to learn about? Click the link in the player and leave a comment on the post. This is going to give me great ideas for future episodes so I can help you best. Join me again next week for more coaching, support, and teaching to help you become the confident coach you are meant to be. Hey, it's Candy, and I am so glad you're here. Thanks again for tuning in and listening to this episode. Now, before you go, don't forget to take my How to Find Your Best Coaching Niche quiz. You can find it at coachnichequiz.com. That's coachnichequiz.com. Talk to you soon.